One word to describe the CDL Super Week.
That's the end of the road as well. 1-4 overall. And that is true heartbreak.
I've got 3 for you. We got slammed.
Come on, what are you f***ing hogging the music? What's wrong with you?
We started off 1-0 versus Florida, so things were looking on the up and up, and you know, obviously due to the situation in Texas, things sort of got jumbled around.
The concern right now are these rolling outages, these periodic blackouts, the entire state for the first time in weather history under that winter storm warning.
I think the schedule changes kind of threw us for a loop a bit. We were fired up to play Optic, and then the schedule changed, and then we were thrown into the mixer against FaZe first thing on the Monday.
Thoughts against Atlanta are that we definitely need to come correct on all 3 game modes. I think they are a team that can have threat on all 3 game modes, so at the end of the day it comes down to us being well prepared in search and destroy, ready to execute our strategies, because they're going to be a very aggressive team that are going to be all on top of each other, so we need to be ready for that, ready for quick decisions.
A BC simp on the map, and it's just going to be a brawl basically. Like last year we had the hard points 250 to 249. It's going to be the same this year.
I mean, this is really just a great test of exactly how good Toronto is. I think everyone still has high expectations of FaZe, but I think really the deal breaker for Toronto, we called them the dark horse. They've had some great wins under their belt. Toronto.
Son, I'm fired up. I'm fired up. Come on, let's go.
But yeah, that's not how it went.
Straight onto the point, go FaZe. This is as tight as it can possibly come. 10 seconds down for the win for FaZe. You're gonna have to see the break come through ASAP now for Ultra. It could fall apart right now. Gotta get a player on the point. Bance trying to get the contester. He does. Is his teammates there to help out? The hard point's still ticking. No one's there. FaZe. It pulled the candy right out of the crocodile's mouth, and that is a massive steal in map 1.
We were in a winning position, and we managed to clutch defeat from the jaws of victory, which obviously was not a great starting point for that series.
Atlanta FaZe, this is it. They're closing out the map, they're closing out the series, they're closing out the first day here of Super Week. And what a week it will be. Atlanta FaZe, what a massive victory there on Garrison. My.
First loss to FaZe was tough, but you know, we sucked that one up, we moved forward, and it just it didn't get better from there.
P3, let's make sure we're challenging the same side of the hill as our teammates when you're on the hill especially.
Looking at Optic, I think we just got off to the worst possible start. Realistically, we got smoked the first map. That kind of threw us off a bit.
One word to describe this Optic match.
It's Optic looking to put Ultra in the dirt and all that stuff we talked about. Ultra being a tough matchup map to map. Yes, that is true, but they're not showing much life here in map 1.
Against that standard of team, that top tier of competition, you can't really afford to be making the small mistakes that we were kind of making, which were like leading to the losses that we eventually had.
You've got the hold here to close out the game. The last push from Ultra to try and get in, not going to be able to do it. Optic simply too strong. The plays are made. Ultra play them tough, but it's Optic that get the final laugh.
When things aren't going your way and it keeps not going your way, it's kind of difficult to like just hit a regain, because the next day you're playing straight away again.
Right, we're deep in this Super Week now, and then looking at this matchup, you're looking at a Toronto Ultra team that is trying to bounce back after 2 tough losses against Optic and FaZe. You know, they're not going up against a toughest opponent, in respawns especially, in the Paris Legion, so this should be where we would expect Toronto Ultra to find a win.
We just need to play this game simple and just stick to the game plan, execute together, stay together, don't waste pushes, do all those things, and you cannot lose, because when it comes down to the talent, you've all got way more talent than the other team. So if you just do everything else right, there's no way you can lose. It's gone everywhere. My hand warmer has gone everywhere. I've never seen a disaster pre-match like it. My hand warmer got excited.
Bloody hell, the 1v4. Honestly, I have no clue what they were doing.
They may get around on the board.
Oh, they better. They may. I don't know anymore. Methodz.
You don't have to do that.
And a 1 versus 4 has turned into a 1v2. Aqua Might
What
give
are
me
we
3B
doing?
as well. Hold that. The nade, is it going to connect?
The trophy,
Not
the trophy
able to
hit
hit it. Oh,
Trophy
I
hit.
didn't realize. I thought he put it right on him. The trophy just saves his life.
Yeah, it sure
I thought
does.
it got in the window for a sec. 1v2. 25 seconds to work with. Trying to spot. People on both sides. Wins the first. Tries to snap to the second. 15 seconds to go. One versus
read it?
one. He spots him.
Oh,
He spots
Methodz!
him. Methodz 1v4. 6-0.
Oh my god, they're absolutely. Let's go, son.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
We lost the series. I can't even gas it up. I couldn't even retweet it. I was miserable. Biggest play in the game so far, and hell, I can't even gas it up. It's a tragedy.
If you look at games 2 and 3, like we absolutely smoked them. It was 6-0, 3-0, and then we lost 2 close maps, and then unfortunately went down to a game 5 where they had some good strategies to kind of counter us, which we weren't prepared for, unfortunately. So that was obviously a tough loss.
And obviously because we had back-to-back days of just us throwing away certain maps, it just got worse as the week went on.
Legion loss at 3-2 definitely holds a serious wound now in the pride and in the stats there of Toronto Ultra. They have got an opportunity to try to right that wrong as best as possible here against LAG.
We used up our good S&D against Optic FaZe in Paris, and then come to the LAG game, they come prepared in S&D, completely countered us.
Silly. Vivid. Methodz last one. Apathy. LAG, baby. 6-1.
Unfortunately, we lost that game 3 control, which, you know, ordinarily I would expect us to beat them in the respawn modes, but because they obviously managed to nab that one respawn mode, they can get a kind of classic kind of LAG style victory of winning the 2 search and destroys. So that's just how the cookie crumbled, unfortunately.
Oh my god, Methodz doesn't check it! Gorillas are handed the victory in the end. Nothing could go right for Ultra. And it has been an absolute slaughter on Raid. Oh my word.
So, Battle of the North. Anything you want to say to the Rocker after taking him down?
Fucking smoked.